Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Bass Chico, smooth as ice, twice and ice, and I'm back with another video. Now, peep game, bro. Right now, I'm about to react to this one. The title reads, Julius Malema addresses Eastern Cape Provincial Manifesto launch. Now, the time is almost here, bro. We about to see if Big Jew is finna be president, and these are some of the things that he said he's gonna be working on. So let's check out this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's get into this.
I'm introducing to you the incoming president of South Africa, the commander-in-chief and president of the EFF, Comrade President.
Big Jew himself.
Amandla. Amandla. Viva EFF, viva. Tata EFF, tata. Tata EFF, tata. Phansi ngamasela, phansi. Phansi ngamasela, phansi. Thank you very much. Sekela Mongameli. Sibulise unobhala.
By the way, before this starts, this is like from a 5-hour event. So I'm gonna react to however much, then we could do a part 2, part 3, part 4, you know what I'm saying?
Commissar Marshal Dlamini. Sibulise uconvener ne coordinator together with the chairperson and the secretary of the province of the Eastern Cape. I want to take this opportunity and greet all the regions of the EFF, and more importantly, you, the ground forces of the EFF. We are
They really make
in
it
a
happen.
very historic province in the history of our country and in the history of struggle. Dibulisa kuni nonke. Dibulise nekumkani. Yabatembu ilapha namhlanje. Our very own King Buelikaya Dalinjevo. Diti Azwelibans. 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 I want to thank as well all those who made this event successful. Every businessman who has
That's
contributed
respect.
to this event. Your money did not go to waste or did not go into the pockets of individuals. This in front of us is the evidence of where your money went to. We were so blessed that even the kingdom of the Khoisan came to witness this historic day. But I want to thank Chipa in particular, who got a tender of managing this stadium. When he gave us this stadium, the ANC went to Chipa and said he must remove that permission of the EFF to occupy the stadium.
Dang, why the ANC just be hating, bro? So the ANC just don't want no competition. By the way, I'm kind of sick, so my voice is messed up, but the boy got to grind, you know what I'm saying? But dang, bro.
At the beginning, Chipa was shaking until the Secretary General of the EFF came
Hating.
down and said to Chipa, you can't do that, because if you do it, that Chipa FC club will only play in PE. It won't play everywhere else in South Africa. But he was joking with him. He came to show him the importance of why he must not be intimidated by criminals. And Chipa was so brave. He said to the ANC, I will continue to give them the stadium. I don't need your permission.
That's a brave
They
man.
have met all the requirements.
That's a brave man, bro.
Comrades, we want to send our...
Especially standing up against the government, because you don't know what they could do, bro. But you saying, you never know. They powerful, you know what I'm saying? Never know.
Greetings to Abu Mama, who used to work in Siskai, and they've not received their money till today because the corrupt government has stolen their money. We are saying to them, you are
Down
not
bad.
alone. We are with you. And I will also make sure that when you submit your petition, we are there with you. And when we take over this province of King Hintsa, we will give you your money because you worked very hard for that money. Sila Kumkan, under the theme Land and Jobs Now, Stop Load Shedding. Our manifesto is a manifesto of hope to the people of Mdantsane. It's a manifesto of hope to all those parents who lost their children, who fell into pit toilets. This is a message of hope to all children who attend.
And that's certain stuff like that is stuff that people don't even consider or think about when they make some of these laws and rules. So people have to bring it up and remind them, like, I'm fighting for y'all too, you feel me?
Schools in the Eastern Cape. This message we carry with us today. We dedicate it to our fallen African icon, Sister Sahara, who comes from a street which does not have a tar road. We are saying to her, we will honor you by ensuring that there is a tar road on that street.
Exactly. And see, fixing simple things like that helps people in the community so they can get faster and easier access to maybe the hospital when they got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I respect it.
Fighters, we are here in PE, in Eastern Cape, because we want to send hope to the people of New Brighton in Quebec and say to them, those criminals, when we take over government, we are going to make them meet their maker.
Damn.
Because no one in Quebec must live in fear. Fighters, I carry with me a message of hope to the students of Walter Sisulu University.
Okay, before he even says that, bro, I hear you. No community should have to live in fear because it's a group of individuals, and they just wilding and going crazy and stuff like that. Nobody should have to live in fear. But damn, they're gonna meet their maker? That's crazy, bro. What? Yo.
They have met all the requirements. Comrades.
Oh, dang. I just went back too far.
We want to send, because the corrupt are there with you, that money. With our fallen African in PE, in Eastern Cape, because we want to send hope to the people of New Brighton in Quebec and say to them, those criminals, when we take over government, we are going to make them meet their maker. Because
That's wild.
No one in Quebec must live in fear. Fighters, I carry with me a message of hope to the students of Walter Sisulu University and the historic Fort Hare University, institutions which are being destroyed today by the corrupt ANC. We are saying to the people of Matatiele, we are going to fight with men who continue to beat up women in Matatiele, because Matatiele has become the epicenter of gender-based violence.
Where is this at?
Silapa today to say to that criminal Oscar Mabuyan, your time is finished. Today we are here to say to all of them, all the criminals who have been stealing the money of the Eastern Cape, today you are eating that money for the last time. The next time you will be eating the money of government, it will be in prison. When we give you food for free, that is the money of government you are going to
Okay, talk, Jew.
We are coming after you.
Julius is letting y'all know if you a criminal, bruh, just stop it at this point. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't stop, you're going to jail. And he's going to be feeding you now.
Oscar Mabuyane, because you stole the money of the burial of Nelson Mandela.
What?
How dirty are you to steal a money of a funeral of an icon? Don't think we're forgotten about that. Comrades,
That's
here in
crazy.
Eastern Cape, uMabuyane uthenga ama-degree ngathi amagwinya, uthenge i-masters e-Fort Hare University, the University of Fort Hare, which was home of African icons like President Robert Mugabe, President Robert Mangaliso Subukwe, President Nelson Mandela. Your university is being destroyed by Oscar Mabuyane and the corrupt politicians who are getting degrees for free at Fort Hare. We want to say to the Professor Sakele Butlungu, ungasabi, continue to expose the corruption and the syndicate of politicians of Eastern Cape who are stealing money, who are stealing degrees, who are stealing toilets. How dare you steal a toilet?
What?
Comrades,
They're stealing
the leader
toilets?
of Eastern Cape as we speak today
That's insane.
is cutting edge on SABC1, because cutting edge, when it wants a story of poverty, it must come to Eastern Cape. When it wants a story of underdevelopment, it must come to Eastern Cape. When it wants a story of hunger, it comes to the Eastern Cape. We are saying to the people of Eastern Cape, all of that will come to an end. We will restore Umtata to its rightful place, because that town used to be a beautiful town. If they can do it, those who came before us, it means we can do better than them.
That's facts.
Comrades, this is a province where they brought scooters and said they're bringing ambulances which are going to be on a scooter. How do you bring a scooter when there is no road? Where are we going to drive?
Nah, that's insane, Joe. I
This
hear you.
province has got 40% of unemployed young people. This province is one of the provinces, if you want to show the world how corruption works, this is where you need to come.
Damn,
We always
that's wild.
ask
It's
the
that
question,
bad?
what did the people of Eastern Cape do to deserve this kind of treatment? This is a province which was leading against colonialism. This is the province that was leading the struggle for freedom. This is a province that produced heroes and heroines of our struggle. Yet this province is the poorest of the poor. Comrades, the EFF will make sure that we honor the legacy of those who came to this province. Because under EFF, you will never see sewer blockage. Under the EFF, we will make sure we supply reliable electricity. We'll make sure we give you land.
Reliable electricity. Okay, so it's not gonna be. He's not saying no more load shedding. He's saying reliable electricity. Okay.
To build your own beautiful houses. We'll make sure there is no pit toilet in the Eastern Cape and all over South Africa. Comrades, if you come from a home without a flushing toilet, you must know for 30 years you were treated like an animal. Because only animals, after dropping it, they must see it. A human being must never see those things. Flushing toilet is not luxury.
He's advocating for toilets.
Toilet is a necessity.
It's a basic need.
Right. That's why today we cannot celebrate the human rights. How do you say we've got rights when we don't have a flushing toilet? How do you say we've got rights with
What
so
y'all think?
much crime being committed in PE? How do you say we've got rights when many of our people go to bed with an empty stomach?
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
We need to give.
And people need to be thankful for little stuff like that too. And that's one thing I am too, bro. Growing up, my family, my grandparents, my mom, they made it possible for me. I never missed a meal. But I have friends too that were not, you know, as well as I was. So it's just, you gotta appreciate it. It's other stuff that they had that I couldn't have, that I had they couldn't have. And just love yourself, bro. Love yours. Y'all need to remember that. Love yours, bro. Whatever you got, somebody either got better or worse.
Give your children land, and working with you, traditional leaders, we are going to give women, we are going to give the youth a piece of land to work on it, because the land of Eastern Cape is fertile. It's very good for agriculture. We will not only give you land, we are going to give you land and give you money to work the land. What is the point of giving you land if we can't give you tools to work the land? We are going to take all of you to school to learn agriculture, to also learn business management, because land is business. You are poor, you are unemployed because you don't have the land. We want you to be the producers of your own food. Comrades, we want to make sure that all those who are engaged in stealing sheep and goats here in Eastern Cape, Deputy President, they are locked up, because there is a problem here of stock theft. We must make sure that when we give our people land to farm tea, pineapple, tomatoes, to also farm sheep, cattle, and goats, there must be a security of all of that stock, because here in Eastern Cape, it gets stolen with ease. Comrades,
that's sad.
We want all of you to work, because it's important that each and every family must at least have one person working. It should be a crime and violation of human rights if there is a family which does not have one person working in that family. Every family deserves a dignity, and jobs are a dignity. Today, you don't have jobs because the ANC has corrupted tourism in Eastern Cape, which has got potential to produce 300,000 jobs immediately. Comrades, we want you to work in municipalities, and we don't want you to work in municipalities because you are an ANC member or EFF member. We want you to work there because you've got South African ID and you've got qualifications. This thing of ANC mayors and councillors demanding sex before they give you a job must come to an end.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Because the ANC policy for jobs is Dunus Autolum Sebens. So we are going to finish all of that when we take over this government. Comrades, load shedding will be a matter of the past when EFF takes over.
Let's talk about it.
Because only the EFF can resolve the problem of load shedding.
How?
We're going to make sure that all the power stations are properly maintained. We're going to make sure that they are properly serviced, and we're going to make sure that anyone who damaged the facility that gives us electricity goes to jail for a very long time.
Okay.
Comrades, we are going to protect ESCOM and destroy all of the corruption that is in ESCOM. Load shedding is as a result of corruption of the ANC.
Well, damn.
Fighters,
That's about
we
4
want
good
to
reasons.
build beautiful houses here in the Eastern Cape. We don't want to give you useless RDP houses. We want to give you a house that has got 3 bedrooms, a house that has got a lounge, a house that has got a dining area, a house that has got a kitchen, a house that has got a flushing toilet inside. Anyone who says to you, ANC gave you RDP houses, and that house does not have a toilet inside, it has got a toilet outside, it is not a house. It's a glorified mukuku. A house means a flushing toilet. Without a flushing toilet, it's not a house. So the ANC has never given our people houses. It gave them glorified mukuku. That's why after they give you that RDP house, in 3 months' time, the house has got cracks or is collapsing.
In 3 months?
Want a proper house.
What kind of house is that?
When we do a wall inside that divides the rooms, we don't use a single brick. We use double bricks because when old people are busy with old people things in another room, the children must not hear what the elders are doing. Mara, with this RDP house of the ANC, when you are in another room and you are trying to touch your wife and she's smiling, making some noise, you hear the child saying, hey, what's wrong, guys? How can we have dignity if children cannot be separated from adults? We want a house that will give you dignity. I want you, young people, when you get a lift here in East London going to Mdantsane, you don't ask your friend to drop you at the corner because you are ashamed of your house. You are ashamed of your home. I want you to get a lift here in East London and they must drop you in front of your gate and you must tell them, this is my home, because you'll be proud of the kind of houses.
Talk to them. Talk to them. Better houses coming with the EFF.
There are no hospitals here in Eastern Cape. All hospitals have collapsed, and old people, when you say to them, I'm taking you to a hospital, they ask you which hospital. You say a government hospital, they start crying because they know that thing is not a hospital, it's a mortuary. They will never come back alive when they go to a government hospital.
Is that bad?
They've collapsed the health system here in Eastern Cape. We're going to revive it, and not only revive it, we're going to build a clinic in each and every ward in the Eastern Cape, and that clinic must have a doctor, that clinic must have nurses. What is a clinic without an ambulance? So that when you are sick, the ambulance must come and pick you up right on your gate. We are going to build proper roads so that these ambulances can go all over collecting people, because one of the problems in the Eastern Cape is a problem of roads. Our villages are not accessible. Our villages get into buggies for them to go to town because there are no taxis that go to the villages. But once we build the roads, the taxis will go to the villages. There will be an economy in the villages because the economy follows proper roads. Once you build proper roads, people will come and build shopping malls because they know the area is
Hey,
accessible.
Julius spitting with that one too, though. It sounds easy, and you might be like, but he ain't lying. That's how it go.
And through development of those roads, we are going to create jobs, because construction creates jobs.
Yep.
And we are going to turn Eastern Cape into a construction site and give the jobs to our people. Comrades, all of you must go to school free of charge.
Talk about
And
the free
all
education.
of you must have schools next to where you stay. And anyone who stays 2 kilometers away from the school, the government must provide transport for all those who are staying far. And the transport, before we go to take buses to give to students, we start with taxis. Because taxis belong to us. Taxi industry, it is the only industry in South Africa that is black owned. And that's
for
why
real?
we must support the taxis in
Okay.
a scholar transport. Scholar transport must not start with those who have buses. We start with taxis, we'll end with buses. Because we don't want to destroy our own business. Comrades, in the Eastern Cape, children die crossing rivers. During funerals, if the graves are on this side and it was raining, people cross the river carrying a coffin. Only in Eastern Cape you can experience such madness. Comrades, we are going to make sure that there is no mud school in the Eastern Cape and that all schools have got flushing toilets. We are going to make
Dang,
sure
even the schools
that
don't have
children
flushing toilets right now. So some of the schools don't. That's crazy, bro. Dang, that's messed up.
get school uniform and shoes free of charge. Because these people say, we are giving you free education. It's not free education. They are lying to you. Because education is not school fees. When they make you not to pay school fees, it doesn't mean education is free. A free education means everything that makes up education must be free of charge. That's what free education means. They say you are poor, don't pay school fees, but go and buy uniform. Oh, when I buy uniform, I'm rich. When I supposed to pay school fees, I'm poor. How
Make
can
it
I
make
be
sense.
rich and poor
Make it
at
make
the same time?
Come on.
I must be poor if I'm poor. And poor means I'll get social grants. My children will go to school free of charge. They will get the whole uniform free of charge. We don't want your children to become a joke when they are at school because their uniform doesn't look like other children. They diss them, they make jokes about them. We want all of them to look the same, to know when they are at school, it's about education, nothing else but education. We want to give them food during break, and because we are going to take the land and will be producing our own food and our own meat, feeding scheme must have proper meat inside. Plus, I know you, closer speaking people with meat. You like meat. So we must give you meat at school, proper meat.
Okay.
Not during break only. Even after school, you must eat, because when you leave the school, you must go and do your homeworks and play as a child. You must not be thinking about where am I going to get food after
Yeah, that
school.
is true. That is
We
true,
want
man.
you not to turn into criminals because of poverty. We want you to go out there and make all of us proud. When you go to tertiary, free of charge. The president of the student command was speaking here, deputy president. He says They are governing a lot of universities. He's not lying. And there where the student command is leading, the poor of the poorest are allowed to register free of charge. The poor of the poorest are allowed to get their results or to be admitted even when they are still owing the university. We have done this even before we became government. Imagine if we are in government. Comrades, we want you to have free Wi-Fi.
All right, y'all. So look, man, it's been about 30 minutes, and I think that's enough for part one. We're gonna react to part two tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think if y'all want part two. But that was pretty interesting. He mentioned most of the things that he said. I think after reacting to him so much, I've heard him speak about some of them. So we gonna see if Julius really gonna stick to his words. You know what I'm saying? If he becomes the president, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comments if y'all want part two, because it's still like a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later.